Terry. I'm coming at you for Angel's Whisper, and we are on Canyon Lake. And I'm going to do something a little different today. I'm going to kind of follow along with the messages that we are getting. I'll let you know what they are in a second. But what I'm going to do is, it's kind of windy today, and I'm in my rubber raft. As you can see, the waves are kind of choppy. I've got, every once in a while, I got water splashing over me. And I'm just going to let this boat take us where it wants to go. And I'll row back up when we're done, but I'm just going to go with the flow. So, our first message, our first deck that we're going to be working with is the Gaia Oracle by Tony Carmine Salerno. And our second deck that we're going to be working with is Feathered Omens by Tony Carmine Salerno. You know I love him. Okay, so as we roll along down here, I'm going to pull out, oh, I see a totem. Hold on a second, I'm going to show you. See, I don't know if you guys can see him. Oh, you can't see him, but it's a giant blue heron. He might fly over us. That would be really cool. So the blue heron talks about standing on your own 2 feet, solidarity, you know, being alone, introspection. It talks about self-esteem and self-worth. It talks about the need for looking in. Talks about self-reliance. They have the ability to, they're very patient, and they're patient watchers of their prey. They sit for long periods of time and they wait, and they know exactly when to strike. So those are all the messages from the great blue heron. We've got loons flying over the lake right now, and the loons are talking about holding on to your dreams. So don't let your dreams go. And then above us, we've got up there, we've got flying vultures. Vultures, again, of course, are talking about rebirth and resurrection. So I'm just going to leave those kind of little hints out there and see where they work for you as far as where they fit into your life and what's going on right now. And the first message that I am going to be giving us, as long as I can make sure we're not, I'm not going to steer us, but I just want to make sure I don't want to go into a, ooh, I just hit something. What? How interesting. Or something hit me. Oh, that's kind of creepy. What hit me in the water? Some big fish. All I don't want to hit is this boat motor that's coming up. Other than that, I'm going to let this water take us where it wants to go. Okay, so our first message I'm going to show us is rising above. Clarity, freedom, solution. You can see this white dove. And what they're saying is right now, she's saying to you, you need to take a look at things from a higher perspective. Right now you're a little too close to see a simple solution, which actually is there and available to you. And as the bird flies up above, so you too. They want you to emotionally detach, get away, cut yourself some slack. Take your focus off of what it is that you're stressing about or worrying about, because that slows the progress down of your manifestations, and you're not going to get what you want. You're going to muddle things up. So they're saying, take a walk, take a row in a boat, paddle your way along. I'm paddling. I forgot that I could use my arms. How funny is that? That's another message right there. Sometimes we've got abilities that we forget that we have. And when we're too close to a situation, like we are to this motor, we're too close to a situation, we get consumed with seeing things kind of like microscopically. So if we rise above the situation, like they're asking us to do in this situation, we can remember that we've got abilities, we've got alchemical abilities to bring about what it is that we are asking for. We don't have to struggle. We can just kind of like let things float. We put our intentions out to the universe, but we also have the ability to pull things to us. Because we're the magicians of our own life. So if we're able to do like this white dove has suggested us to do, rise above and stop focusing on it for a little while, take a little bit of a relaxation, a little bit of time to get out in nature, then the solution's probably going to be coming up a lot more easily to us. It probably will flow to us. Actually, I feel like I'm going to float over to my old little cove that I used to go in all here. Dreaming with Dragonflies Cove. I haven't been out here in the fall. The water's higher. After we've had rain, we haven't had much rain, but we've had a little bit. I think I'm going to go into this little cove, see what we've got. While we were out here, what else did we see? We saw the blue heron. We saw the, oops, sorry, you guys look this way instead of looking at me. We saw the blue heron, we saw that, which is talking about self-reliance, which is the, you know, speaking about having the ability to draw to us what it is we need. There's our self-reliance. We saw the loons that are saying, do not let go of your dreams, hold on to your dreams. But you know, maybe you need to just kind of let go of the stranglehold on them and allow things to flow a little bit. Woo, look at those guys. Oh, a red hawk, look, look, look. That's my totem. Sorry, I get so excited when I see her. It's very rare. The kitty hawk, the red hawk, she also says to rise above, and she says that a message is coming. That's what she says. She says, but first she says rise above and look at things from a higher perspective, and then she says that there's a message coming. So we might be getting a message about, you know, if we've learned to let go of what we're worrying about, we might have a message coming to us just because we've let go of the situation. So look forward to that. But definitely it's about rising above the situation. Okay, I'm gonna let that one go. And the next message that we're gonna be getting is, I'm gonna hold it this way. Eternal love, happiness, harmony, fulfillment. And we see the sun coming out and it's bright. So what it's talking about is we are moving into a time period of sunshine and happiness and harmony and fulfillment. You know, the rainbow comes after the storm, right? And look at this road. See this road that's going up and down? So you've gone up and down, and now everything is going to be smoothing out. So it's talking, I'm going to let you guys look, it's so pretty. It's talking about, we have gone through this, a period of perhaps darkness and confusion. And what they're saying is it may have cast a gray shadow or clouds, as we say, over our life for the last past while. But they're saying at this time they would like us to spend some time in nature. Again, they're telling us to spend some time in nature. Look at this. Spend some time in a place like this. Amazing. Spend some time in nature and allow yourself to suck up and reconnect with Gaia, with Mother Nature, because nature has a way of healing. It has a way of reminding us of what's important. It has a way of restoring our energy and our balance. Oh! The great blue heron, that's one of its major attributes, is balance. So that's another message right there. They're coming together. So when you go out into nature, it restores your balance, and it gets, you know, you're looking at things in a more clear perspective, in a realistic perspective. So they're asking you to do that. Let's go from this view. This is a pretty view. I'm gonna turn us around. There we go. I can just turn us around, just kind of float. Okay. So they're saying that over the next month or so, they want you to give yourself some time to harmonize, because the time period that we're going into is going to be a time of peacefulness, a time where things are going to get easier. Things that you've been stressing over are kind of, basically it's a new page that's turned, and it's fall away of the worry time, and you're going to be allowed to relax. And at this time, that's when we're reconnecting with nature, or taking some time for peace. They want you to try and kind of do this over the next time period, the next month or so. And they're saying that it might feel difficult for you to shut off. It might be difficult for you to do that because, you know, you're used to going, you're used to struggling, and we're being asked to not struggle. So they're saying it might be a little bit difficult at first to kind of turn off, but after a while, you'll be able to get into the rhythm, and you'll be able to allow your body to replenish, because you've allowed yourself to get worn down. You've allowed yourself to be fatigued and tired, and I mean, stress it does horrible things to your body and to your mental faculties. You're not able to think straight either. You need to get your energy centers, your full energy centers, not just your body, but your head, and your spiritual energy needs to be cleared and cleaned, and nature is the best place to do that, absolutely. And it might be difficult to do at first, as I said, because you're so used to doing the other, but after a while you'll get into kind of like a relaxed rhythm, and you'll be able to just kind of chill, which is what they want you to do. So they're saying you're going to have a time period of about a month. You're not going to have a lot of time to sit around, you know, but they're saying about a month or so they're going to give you. Ooh, look at the rainbow. Did you see that? Ah, right above my head. Very cool rainbow after the storm. Love that. I should take that picture. So they're not going to give you a lot of time, but they're saying you're going to have some time, downtime, to kind of do this. They recognize that things have gotten a little bit, you know, out of whack. And so now it's time for you, and you deserve time to relax and get yourself beautiful again, right? So they're promising that. The next message that we're going to get, and I'm going to go out this way, hold it up so you can look up there, it's so pretty, is Ganesh. I love Ganesh. Ganesh is the obstacle remover. So clearing obstacles away, protection, guidance. He's one of the most worshipped deities in the Hindu pantheon. And he shows up today as a good omen. Always a good omen for Ganesh. Whatever has gotten in your way, whatever has thwarted your progress, whatever has prevented you from moving forward is going to soon be resolved. So there's an obstacle that's being removed by Ganesh. Remember, we were going to just kind of go with the flow. We were going to go out and just kind of let things go and get your mind off of it and allow things to just come to us as they're meant to be, because whatever is ours isn't going to be taken from us. What is ours won't go past us. What is meant to be coming to us will come to us. So Ganesh is saying, if we do take this advice and do what we've been asked to do, then this is going to pass away. This obstacle, whatever this blockage is that we have had, it's actually been a blessing in disguise, is what they're telling us, because it's been kind of like an act of divine intervention. Perhaps people weren't ready. Perhaps there were lessons that you needed to learn. Perhaps that whatever, it was about divine timing, and if it had moved forward when you wanted it to move forward originally, it would have ended up unsuccessful, or there would have been problems that came with it and disappointment. So they don't want that to happen. Spirit wants it to be smooth and easy for us. And so now the timing is right, the stars are aligned, and everything's is a full steam ahead. Also, you might have needed this time, as I have, to remember our alchemical abilities. Remember that we are creators of our own life, and maybe our thoughts have been off. Maybe we've been going back and forth. I was getting a message from the universe that was saying to me, you've been sending mixed signals to the universe. And when you send mixed signals to the universe, first you're going this way, then you're going that way. The universe wants to comply and wants to help us out, but if you're going one way and then in another direction, you're not going to get what you want, because they don't know what you want. They, as in spirit, as in your higher self, even your own self. So you got to get clear with your own self. What is it that you want? So for me, I knew the direction that I wanted to go, but the problem is when you start getting doubt, or you start getting tired because you've allowed yourself to become depleted, which is what happened to me, which is what they're saying has happened to us. You aren't thinking straight, and you start getting discouraged when you don't see things happening the way you want to see things happening, and then you start to doubt, or which pushes away. And then you start to second guess yourself. Well, yes, I want this condo, but maybe I don't want to have a roommate. And yes, I'd like to be, I like the openness, and it's a nice even flow, but I do enjoy my privacy. And so it's going back and forth, and then you wonder why it doesn't come through, Sherry. That's my issue right now. So then I got to the point where it was, the messages that I were getting were now saying to me, this isn't the right time, this isn't the right time. And I thought, I'd hit a block. And I was speaking to someone this morning about a reading that she wanted me to do. And she was saying the same. She says, I've been trying to, to go on your PayPal account, and it's not allowing me to go through. So maybe I'm not meant to have a reading right now. And I laughed and I said, you're listening. And it's good to listen. Listen, when you hit walls, you have to ask yourself, why am I hitting these walls? But for me, the walls that I was hitting, I was creating myself. So I said to her, you need to ask yourself and get really clear with your higher self and with all the messages, and put everything in perspective and ask yourself, how bad do I want it? Sometimes the blocks that we're getting are a question of that. How bad do you want it? What are you willing to do to get to what you want? Are you willing to put an effort in? Do you really, really want this? Or are you really clear on what it is that you do want? Are you changing your mind every other minute because, something's coming up that in the first sign of resistance, you're bailing out? So you need to ask yourself. And I said, it doesn't necessarily mean every time you hit a wall or every time you come up against a hedge that means no. Sometimes it means you need to recalibrate. Maybe it's telling you back off, get a step away from it, think about it for a minute, really think about all the different messages that are coming to you, and then make a decision again whether you're going to move forward, and then watch and see if you don't have all of a sudden the obstacles removed from you. We are like in this little, I don't know what I'm in. I'm in like side of my, in the bulrushes. Look at the bulrushes. I grew up as a little girl with bulrushes in Canada, on the river, at the mouth of the what was it called? The Burrard Inlet. Can you see them up there? And I used to be playing like I am playing right now, and I was always in the bulrushes. So you know what? I'm gonna look up bulrush totem, because I think there's a message, the symbolic meaning, not a totem, but there would be a symbolic meaning for the bulrush. I'm gonna look up what it means, because I think there's a message for us, so remind me of that. So that's it for Ganesh, and that's it for Tony Carmine Salerno. And the last message that we're going to be getting, and I'm completely soaking my cards, which is not cool. I'm going to let you guys look around. while I get out of my little, hold on, I'm gonna get out of here. Let's get out just a little bit. Because the dragon, I have this red dragonfly, and that's where he sits on this little stick up there, and he's like hovering around. He's like, why are you taking over my house? So I was gonna try and like work with him, but the elements aren't working with me, so I think I'm just gonna give up. Forget it. We'll just do this. We'll just hang where we're at. Okay, remember we weren't gonna be pressing against the flow, we were gonna go with the flow. So that's what we're gonna do. All right, so the last message that we're gonna get today is, and I'll hold the card this way so you can see something pretty in the background. I gotta kind of do it over my shoulder. It's a blue jay. Be careful of the choices you make. Blue jay, one of my most favorite birds, because look at the beautiful, gorgeous colors. So the blue jay is a fearless and resourceful bird. He's actually a member of the crow family, which is interesting because I've had crows screaming at me all day, all the way down on my walk. I carry this raft on my head as I go down my lane, and I've had the crows yelling at me, and I thought, I need to look up crow totem. I know what crow means, but it talks about walking your walk and talking your talk. But it's interesting that blue jay, he's of the crow family. So they're very adaptable to their surroundings, and they talk about his appearance coming forward, talks about your efforts of bringing new choices into your life. And these choices are going to be choices that don't just affect you, but they're going to affect others around you. So that's why they're asking for you to be very careful of the choices that you make. And they're saying the key to making the proper choice is selecting it so it doesn't take advantage of another person or hurt anybody else in the process. So they're asking for you to operate, with integrity. And if you do so, then the choices that you have are going to be beneficial for everybody involved. I'm going to let you guys look over and see what's going on behind me. So basically they're going to say that you're going to see the path ahead more clearly in this next little while, and you'll have a better idea of what steps you're supposed to take next. And they're saying if you choose inappropriately, things are going to become bogged down. But if you choose, as I said, with integrity, things will move more smoothly for you. And they're talking about the blue jay. You know, they're quite cheeky. They're not afraid. If you've watched a blue jay, they have they don't have fear. They'll come up real close. They'll come right up to you and they'll take their food, and they're very, very talkative, and they know that they're beautiful. They know that they have that they deserve to have what they're going after, which is a message to us, right? That's one of our messages that we were supposed to get, was that we were supposed to remember that we are bringing about what it is that we're dreaming about, and that we deserve to have what we're asking for. So the blue jay has this kind of energy. It's never afraid to act on its choices, which is what we should follow as example. It talks about that we're all learning from the choices that we make, and you know, some of our lessons are easy, some of our lessons are difficult. Sometimes you really have to take some time out and think about it before you make your choice. But what they're saying is, any choices that we've made in this last little while, they want you to stick to it. Just be determined, and just like the blue jay, they're going to go for it. They want you to stick to your choices. Don't backtrack. They're talking about if you backtrack at this time, it's going to make things more complicated, more sticky. So they're saying just allow the choices that you've made to play out, and you know, every choice that we have has a consequence. So at this time, whatever the choice is that you have made, they're saying stay with it. Don't be going back and forth. And you know how I said how when you say to the universe, I want one thing, and then you go this way, and then you go. If you keep doing that, you're never going to go anywhere. So sometimes it's important to, you know, there's a reason that we've chosen the things that we've chosen, because there may be a lesson that we need to learn, or there may be a blessing coming that, like I said, we may be too close to see things clearly from the proper perspective. So if we've thought about it and we've made a choice and we've moved forward, stick with it. Allow your higher self and to stand, and it shows your higher self, and it shows the universe that you are supporting your own decisions. So you're being self-reliant, like the blue heron is talking about, standing on your own 2 feet, but like the blue heron is talking about, you're holding on to your dreams, like the loon is speaking about. And as they were saying, this time of peace and harmony and fulfillment that's coming into your life, that's a regeneration and that's a resurrection, like the vulture was speaking about. So all of our totems have all kind of come together. I was sitting here wondering if my boat was leaking, because I'm kind of like getting low to the water, and it's cold on my butt, but I think the lake's just getting colder because I don't have any water in here, which is good. So I'm gonna keep talking to you guys, but I'm gonna kind of paddle back out into the lake because I wanted to talk to you about something else. And this is our reading is done. That's our reading, but something else may come up as we cruise out here. I promised somebody that I would speak about introversion, people that are introverted. And I said I would do a video, but I'm not introverted, as you can see, but I know people who are. I love people who are. And it's very difficult for them to operate. And a lot of times we don't understand. Someone I love very much is introverted, and I didn't understand how to handle it. And for a person like an extrovert, I'm not an extrovert, I'm kind of in the middle. But an extrovert gets their energy from being around other people. It kind of like they feed off of the energy of when they're around others. I put up a post a while back that showed a pictorial drawing of the scenario of an extrovert and an introvert, and what they show is a bubble. And an introvert is inside the bubble. An extrovert is outside with all of these people. Now, like I said, the extrovert is outside, and the energy that they get that fills them up is picked up from the energy outside, and that's what motivates them and moves them. But an introvert, they have to go inside their bubble, and when they're inside their bubble and they're alone in themselves, that's how they self-generate their energy. That's how they become stronger. That's how they process things differently. It doesn't mean that they're shy, because when they are feeling like being out, they can be out. It doesn't mean that they're being snotty or stuck up or rude or unfriendly and that they don't like people. It just means that they have to go in and take this space and this time for themselves in order to re-energize and boot up. And once they do, and they're ready to move out and move forward, they're out again. And you would probably not notice the difference amongst them and another. But we have to respect the fact that not everybody's the same, and you have to try and understand, just like you like things a certain way, and you operate a certain way, and things work for you. An introvert doesn't operate the same way. And it's very, very important for the ones that are introverts. It's difficult for them because people will say, come on, and they'll try and push them. Come on, just get out. Just come out and come with the family, and you'll feel better if you get out with us, and we're going to go here and we're going to go there. And it doesn't. It puts stress on them. It puts more pressure, because that's what they're trying to get away from. They need to get in to themselves. They need to go into their center where they can pull themselves together, go into their private power source, which is their own powerhouse of energy, and pull themselves into their higher selves and get their energy up, amp their energy up. And family members even sometimes don't understand that an introvert in the family operates differently, and they're on their ass all the time. Come on, let's just get out with people. Just come out and see some people. What's wrong with you? If you would get out of your room, and if you would get out and start mingling with people, you'd feel a lot better. And they don't understand that that's not how it works for them. And also, sometimes it's really, really difficult because sometimes they'll suffer from depression, and it's difficult to be around people. And just going outside and just going around, a large group of people is really hard. Like the person that I was speaking to, she says it's difficult for her to look up and look at somebody in the eye. She wants to, but she feels as though she can be seen. You can see what's going on inside of her because she feels things so deeply. And so it's difficult for her to open herself up that way. And so I suggested to her that she, to help herself and to help others, because I'm obviously not an expert on it. I love somebody who's an introvert, but it's taken me a long time to understand that I wasn't doing the right thing with the person that I loved. I didn't realize. I kept being told I'm processing, and I would think, okay, I process in like 5 minutes. I'm ready. Let's roll, because I move quickly. And they don't. So I said to her, what might help you? She posted a comment under the article that I posted on introverts, and it was just so incredibly astute and so dead on, and so much knowledge that needed to be shared that I didn't have to give, because it isn't me who has this that I have to deal with. It's her. So I said to her, thank you so much. What you said was just incredible. And that would help so many people. So I suggested to her, you know, you feel safe behind your computer, right? Nobody can see you. You can talk. You're very eloquent. You know how to address this situation. And you could help so many other people that are suffering from this, that don't know how to express themselves, that don't know how to make other people understand in their family. And maybe if you would start a page, I said, for introverts. And other people could, you know, to talk about what it's like to be an introvert. And other people would join. And they could write in their thoughts and their feelings and what they would do and suggestions that they would have. And other people also could. And I said I would absolutely join it. And I would write in. And I would post articles. And I would do some research and help her out. But it would be, you know, when they say, whenever you get nervous, focus on service. So I said, this is something that you could do to help others. And it would help you because it's helping her communicate with people where she's normally not communicating with anybody. And she says that she wants to do it, and it's a very big step. So she asked me, she says, be patient with me. And I thought, I don't have to be patient with you. What you're doing is amazing. And as soon as she's able to do something like that, I'm going to post it on my page, and I'm going to encourage you to join it. Because like I said, she may have suggestions for others and family members in a way that she can explain to them what it is that they're going through that maybe people don't understand. And then maybe other people will have suggestions for the introverts on how they see things and how they can kind of work together. So everybody coming together kind of like in a community effort, in a team spirit, it's going to help everybody out. So I thought I would give that little plug for that, and I want you guys to be keeping your eyes open, because hopefully soon we'll have that up, the pages for introverts to join. I think it's amazing. I think it's awesome. I haven't seen anything like that. I'm pretty sure I haven't. And I think there's a lot of valuable information that can go out both ways. The water just totally, I think my boat does have a lack of air, because the water just totally came over and soaked my back. And it's getting cold. So it's getting kind of windy, and I keep getting blown into the rocks. So I think I'm going to wrap it and call it a day. You guys, we've been in the dark the whole time. Here. Instead of, let's look here. I'm gonna see if I can get us out a little bit without getting soaked. See if I can see any more. It's easier to do it. It's easier to do it with one hand than it is to row. This is hysterical. I love being out here in the wind though, but I do think that it's time to invest in a kayak. I'm getting soaking wet. Okay, there's loons. Anybody else new out here? Let's see. What are those little guys? Those are loons. Loonies, ducks over there. Ducks talking about team spirit, talking about doing things as part of a group, drawing comfort from each other and from family. Ducks are water birds. They're all these birds. Everybody talking about soaring over your emotions, the water. Oh, what we have coming. I'm gonna just hold the camera in this direction because I'm not sure if it's going to decide to come this way, but there is a giant white whooping crane flying this way. Oh, it's beautiful. I know that you can't see it. It's way, oh, can you see it in the light? The whooping crane talks about courtship and mating, talks about, they make soulmate connections. Oh, the whooping crane, it's very, very beautiful. It's one of my favorite to see around here. But he's not coming closer, so. All right, I'm gonna call it a day because I think I'm sinking. I'm very cheerful. I could swim. It's not like I can't swim, but I do have a phone and I don't want to ruin it. So you guys have a wonderful day. If you want to follow me, I'm on Twitter. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm on Google+. I'm on, what am I on? Facebook, Angels Whisper Sherry Lation. If you want to subscribe to me on YouTube, you can get these videos as soon as they come out. Twitter, did I say Twitter? Oh, I did. My website is www.thewhispersofangels.com. If you would like to have life coaching help, if you would like to have a reading done, if you'd like help with dream analysis, if you'd like, what is it that I do? What do I call it? Energetic housekeeping. Oh, I'm doing a lot of Reiki, long distance Reiki healing as well. So anything that sounds of interest to you, look me up. I'd be happy to work with you. And I look forward to speaking with you again and seeing you next week when we do this, and we'll probably have another reading up in between. Alrighty, you guys have a great day. Peace.